What's your name, age, and where are you from?
I'm Roxanne. I'm 23 and I'm from Dallas.
What brings you to Austin?
I needed a bit of a change in life, and this was the city to do it in.
Yeah, okay, so what brought you here specifically? Any work or any school, or was it just a change?
Yeah, honestly, I had a friend that wanted me to come down, and that was a great opportunity for me to dip my toe in the Austin pond.
Yeah.
I am in school, and that's been the best change for me is being able to be at a great community college.
Okay, are you at Austin Community College then?
Yeah, I'm a river bat.
Nice. What year are you?
I am getting my associate's degree. I'll actually be finished this semester.
Very cool. What do you want to focus on? What's the degree focused on?
It's focused on psychology. I will be transferring to a 4-year university to finish out my bachelor's degree. And I'll be pursuing a career that is focused in psychology.
Okay, so you're going to get a 4-year psychology degree and then a career focused in psychology.
Yeah.
What kind of job specifically are you looking for?
I would either pursue a more advanced degree for clinical psychology, or I'd want to work in a nonprofit.
Oh, okay.
Those are my 2 pathways at the moment.
The nonprofit, you would at least get that forgiveness after 10 years. Are you taking out student loans right now for community college?
That's actually not for community college, no. I am working a full-time job and going to school full-time for the last 2 years.
Nice,
It's been
look
exhausting, thank you. But I might end up having to take out student loans for university, and that's been something I've been trying to explore, and it's stressing me out.
Why do you think you'll have to take out student loans?
It's going to be a little bit expensive. I don't qualify for FAFSA, and I'm not getting financial support from my family.
So these will be private student loans?
I'm looking at public schools.
But they'll be private student loans because you don't qualify for FAFSA, you said.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to determine what all that would mean for me.
So you know private student loans are usually pretty predatory with their interest rates.
So I've seen as of late, especially with all the new information coming out from the White House and all that fun stuff.
And interest rates are rising as well. Yeah, so this is a decision you have to make pretty quickly because you're almost done. Are you going to take a break at all between the 2-year, 4-year?
No, I cannot because I am farther along, and I think waiting would decrease my chances of getting into a university. But it'll just be an interesting journey financially on that front.
Yeah, especially if you go for that higher degree after the fact. So I met someone who got a higher degree in what you're just talking about right now, and I think he was $60,000, $70,000 into some pretty rough debt.
Yeah.
And he's looking at essentially waiting forever to pay that off. Now, some of the student loan stuff has changed where, you know, potentially the income-based thing where you can pay 5% of your discretionary spending, and then after, what is it now? I think 10 years, if it's under $12,000, it'll get forgiven. But you can be well above that, unfortunately, if you're going down the path that you're talking about, right?
Yeah. I have an accountant that I've been connected with that I'm going to have to talk to about financial things because it's something that I'm not educated in at all, and I feel a little lost in the dark in that way. So I really don't know what decisions to make.
So why do you think going into likely high interest, many tens of thousands of dollars in student loan debt for this 4-year degree and then graduate degree is worth it to you?
I don't want to continue working in a service industry job for the rest of my life.
Are those the only 2 options?
Working in a service industry job or going to school?
Working in a service industry job or going to a graduate school and going tens of thousands of dollars in debt?
I think it would be worth it for me to attend a graduate school so that I feel fulfilled in my life, and I'm already living paycheck to paycheck as it is, and I don't feel fulfilled.
Right.
And I think that hopefully I will be able to find some more financial avenues. I think I'm a little bit better, like I have more options in that way. That might be a bit more of a privileged statement, but I'm really hoping that I'm not gonna have to take out hundreds of thousands of dollars in student
hundreds,
loan.
that would be a lot, yeah.
I'm just scared. I'm nervous about it.
So I don't have the sources in front of me right now, but from what I understand, people who graduate with a graduate degree in that, if they work in the public sector, as you mentioned, or the nonprofit sector, can make $70,000, maybe $80,000. But for people who work in the private sector who are well established, they make kind of up to $130,000. If you're, say, $75,000, maybe $100,000 in private student loan debt, depending on where you decide to go, what is your action plan to pay that off post-graduation?
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't currently have an action plan. I don't have a huge plan right now. I know that's not a very educated answer to give. School's just been a really scary thing for me in general, and I have had some support, but I've been saving up a lot of money for the last 2 years working to be able to help pay for some of my university costs.
How much have you saved up?
I've saved up several $1,000s to be able to pay, but it'll just be a little difficult affording rent. Like, I'll continue to have to work some sort of job.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely don't use the student loans for rent, please.
No. I had a roommate that did do that because she had no other choice.
Many people do.
Yeah.
What do you do for work?
I actually work down the street. I work at Neighborhood Goods. I'm in retail. I'm an associate, and I also detail private aircrafts. So I have 2 jobs.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm looking at getting some more hard skills so I can maybe do a work from home job that requires like using Excel or like data entry or something, and trying to find like a cheap program. I've been asking everybody and anybody who works in tech for information on that.
Well,
but
I know just on LinkedIn, in the Austin area, customer service jobs that are remote, and these are Austin-based companies, like $40,000 starting for remote job. Now they are 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
But you could also do sales. Sales is endlessly hiring right now. If you have any kind of background in that, and you do work retail, so maybe you do, but like up $60,000, $80,000 working remote right now, just making calls and stuff like that. So there are lots of options that are in school. Now, I'm not saying don't go to school. I'm not saying don't get this degree, because I want you to have the degree you want, work in the field you want. But you mentioned being kind of stressed about school and stuff like that. And typically what makes people feel better about that is having a plan. I'm curious, why not maybe take 6 months between the community college and 4-year college and make that plan so you know what you're getting into, and have a direct avenue that you're going to go to for the next 2 years of schooling, then the 2 to 3 years of graduate school after that.
I mean, that would probably be smart of me to do. I probably should have already taken the time to do that. I have meetings scheduled with financial advisors from ACC and career counselors as well. I've been told that they're very good at their jobs.
Good.
So I think that that's where I'm going to start. But beyond that, I'm just not very well prepared. I won't lie to you.
Sure. Well, I love that you've been cash flowing 2 years so far, and you have thousands of dollars saved on the side. You're actually doing much better than most people. How did you say you are?
I'm 23.
Yeah, you're doing much better than the normal 23-year-old. Do you have any car debt, vehicle debt?
No, thankfully that was something that I was helped with in high school.
Do you have any credit card debt?
No, I am very good about staying on top of my credit card debt. I started building my credit 2 years ago, so that was one thing that I was like, I can't mess this up.
So right now you have a positive net worth. Most people at 23 years old have a negative net worth, so you're well beyond the average at 23. So that's incredible, and I think if you honestly create a plan, you could exit this graduate school with a great, plan looking forward, and continue having a positive net worth, and then get to a $100,000 net worth, get to $1 million net worth. Why not? By your mid-30s.
Well, thanks for that solidarity there and support.
Yeah. So speaking of that, what are your financial goals in the next 10, 20 years?
Oh gosh, you're asking all the hard questions. I don't know. This is something that I graduated school and I've just been working in service industry jobs. Just trying to figure out what it is I want to pursue, and I finally found something. And I think that once I finally found that thing, which has been relatively recent, that now you like caught me in the moment of me needing to plan. So that's something that I will be looking at, but I don't have goals at this exact moment. The Outlook handbook, the Occupational Outlook handbook, I've been looking at that guy to see specific jobs and what that requires and where I would need to go to be able to excel in a career financially, and also make sure that I'm still fulfilled, I suppose. Yeah, and what that means for me.
Make goals, make a plan. You seem very smart. I think you're going to kill it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let them know what you think about their financial situation in the comments below. And if you want to join my private Discord where you get to see pretty much everything behind the scenes, including financial audits live, and chat with me on a daily basis, feel free to do that by checking the link in the description, as it really helps this channel grow. Thank you to my 4 Cups of Coffee supporters: Abdul Martinez, Mark, Josh Bennett, Clayton006, Tyler Chong, Drew Smith, Timothy Williams, Sam I Am, Jason Spriggs, Nicholas Dally, Tom L. And I love you, my 8 Cups of Coffee supporters: Joseph W. Strickland, Anthony, an anonymous supporter, and Sam V03. You guys are making the dream come true. Subscribe and stick around for more. Thanks.